Hello and welcome back to the MMA Split Picks show. A little bit of an absence for the last couple of weeks with no UFC on last weekend, but we are back with a full UFC card. I'm not going to say stacked. It's very full. There's a lot of fights.
You guys
We've got
aren't
a very
enjoying this
big,
card
big.
as much as I am. I there's
Are you enjoying it?
it's not a lot of name value, but there's some good fucking quality. Sometimes you have fight nights that surprise you. I think this one's a bit of a sleeper card because there's some good fights, there's some good matchups, even with all the mixing around and the kind of short notice replacements and everything. I think we're in for a fucking treat. You two aren't as excited as I am. I'm excited.
Well, we're also probably not going to watch it live because we're going to be at Primavera this weekend. So I'm quite pleased that it's not a bunch of people that are necessarily big name value. I'm pleased I'm not missing a pay per view for this. And yeah, there's going to be good fights. There's always good fights, but it's not one that's like screaming off the page. Yes, these are big. This is a stat card, and we're getting used to it because it's the Apex, and they don't have the pressure of selling seats and selling tickets. So it is what it is. But you know what? There are some good fights on here. We've still done a pick show. Mine are not really written down, so I'm just putting it out there. I've just been kind of speed writing them as I go, but I may change my mind. And Josh has written his down, but they're on his phone and you might not remember the methods. So we're going to have to be checking Josh's as well as we go. Um,
Yeah, should we go then?
let's go.
So I'm guessing
Well, first of all, please do like the video if you're watching. We are assuming that you are one of our 28 subscribers. We love you. We appreciate you. It'd be nice if we get some more likes, maybe even a comment here and there. So feel free to get involved. Let us know how you're feeling, and of course, if you want to put your picks into the comments, then do it because if you do better than us, we're going to give you a shout out on next week's episode. With all of
Looking at
that in
you,
mind,
Dave.
I've got a lot of fights to talk about. We've got some heavyweights to talk about. We've got the headline main event of the card, which is Alexander Volkov, Drago, taking on Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Two kind of guys that have sort of been sitting around that top 10 and not really ever able to kind of break through into that kind of like real title contention kind of fight. They always feel like they're a couple of fights away and they lose that one that they need. And it's an interesting matchup. We got a very heavy hitter against more of a kind of long point fighter who can hit hard, but certainly picks his shots a little bit more. Both with a large kickboxing background, so I think we can expect this fight to be on the feet. But they do have different styles, and yeah, Josh, straight off the bat, what's your thoughts?
My thought is that Volkov was this fucking close, right, to beating Derek Lewis. And he didn't, and it is what it is. But if he had, then all that would have happened is he would have lost against DC in the Black Beast place. I don't think Volkov loses to anyone outside of the sort of the big five in the heavyweight division, namely Ngannou, Garn, Blades, Miocic, and John Jones. I don't think Rozenstruik can beat a motivated, bulked up Volkov. I think he's going to pick him apart. I think he's going to eat him alive, and Biggie Boy's going to get tired. I'm calling this one as a KO. Probably in the championship rounds. I think Volkov's got to be careful of getting caught with something stupid like he did against Derek Lewis. But, he's not going to get taken down like Blades did. He's not going to get outworked by a more technical, better athlete like he did against Garn. Volkov could. It's heavyweight. Any fight, any punch could end the fight. Let's be real. But, got to make a pick using my head. Just being sensible. Volkov by KO. I don't want to see Volkov win a decision here. That would break my fucking heart. This could be a really good fight. I think it's got to be Volkov by KO though for me. Anyone feeling
5
different?
rounds, you kind of feel like he's to get him out of there at some point. I agree with you, Josh. I think Jairzinho is a heavy hitter, but he's very slow. Doesn't really go forwards. He needs the other person kind of being aggressive and him able to land a counter. You can see that he kind of loses motivation and loses kind of confidence in fights, particularly when things don't go his way. He's not 6'4". The UFC has spent his entire career trying to say he's 6'4", and he's not. And it's such a small thing that it pisses me off every single time because he's fought a lot of people that are 6'4". So when you see them at the standoffs and the weigh-ins and in the cage, and he is a clear 2 to 3 inches shorter, it's just like why?
So
We're
that hasn't
downgrading him
changed
from
the
biggie boy to medium boy, yeah?
Oh, they have now changed it. He's up against a really big guy that's not particularly quick, but is better at being slow than Jarzinho is. And he's long, and he punches long, and he fights long, and he's patient, and he's not going to get tired. Yeah, I think Volkov by KO. Sly, what's your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, no, I've got Volkov by decision. I think it's going to be like a really super, super, super boring fight.
Oh yeah,
I
he's
hope you're wrong.
Volkov's.
I just Jorginho is just so boring to watch. Um,
You wouldn't be watching this fight even if you weren't going out.
Probably not. No,
Yeah.
it's just unless I want to go to sleep, I'll watch it before sleep. It's quite nice. I
Ha!
just can't expect this to be anything. Volkov will win it by decision just because he's going to hit him like 18 times, and Rossi is going to hit him like 3 times. That's it. Fight over.
Yeah, I think it might be a bit more entertaining than that, but it's going to be slow paced. It's going to be slow paced.
No,
And the only thing I'd say with this is I don't really know where the winner, what benefit the winner gets. It's more of just a kind of like, repositioning themselves where they already are.
yeah.
Whoa,
And I
whoa,
still
whoa,
don't.
whoa, whoa. Wait, the winner is going to get a nice little co-main on a pay-per-view either at the end of this year or the start of next. And they're going to know in their heart that they're never going to be good enough to beat anyone above the level that they're both at right now. But they're going to get that co-main. They're going to get that nice little juicy pay-per-view co-main. Worst case scenario, feature fight, alright? And, I don't know, like...
You're saying like fucking Dana White, just like, oh, what are you talking about? Yeah, forget title shot, any of that. So we're going to give you a nice little position, co-main, nice
Oh,
little fight night
excuse
card.
me for looking for the
Good
silver
for you.
lining. It's, yeah, you got a point,
We
though.
like to call this the unboxing.
It's definitely one of
Yeah,
them,
move on
isn't
to the
it?
next fight then.
I think we can.
Right, the next fight we'll see Danny Gay get well,
50k.
50k Ige get absolutely destroyed by I think by Mozart Evloev. Um, what is
You
his
got
name? He hasn't got a second little middle name, does he?
No.
No, you nailed it. That's
Two's enough.
Mosvar Evloev.
You're not
Evloev.
going to confuse him with any other Muslim everywhere.
Well, no, is there another one?
Not in the UFC. I mean, I'm sure there is one in life.
Oh, right, I'm just checking. Maybe like a tennis player or something.
Maybe there's like a really respected surgeon or something like that. For ages, you've just had to say his name in the right community, and people have been like, that guy. And now he's like, I'm not even first on Wikipedia anymore.
So, do you guys think Danny Ige has any chance?
No.
Yeah, no,
I'll give you this.
he's got
Come on,
power in his
Josh, take
hands.
Danny Ige.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
Danny
I
Gage-
already wrote it down, didn't I? I'm not taking Ige.
Danny Gay's got balls. Danny Gay takes fights that he's probably not going to win, and he's not expected to win, but he still fucking takes them. And he never gets finished. He's a tough motherfucker. He holds out. He finds a way to survive. But Evloev is for real, man. I mean, that guy looks terrifying. And I know that we always have this conversation about the top five, the top 10 is different. We've seen so many people, and they run through guys until a certain point, and then everything changes. But I just kind of feel like Evloev doesn't have any weaknesses, and his strengths he's really, really good at. Like, can Danny Ige catch him? Like, yeah. But apart from the Gavin Tucker knockout, I haven't really seen Danny Ige like wobble or hurt people with his hands. And he hasn't got a big reach. He kind of has to really time it or get on the inside to kind of land stuff. And I also feel one of the things that Ige kind of is able to do that maybe gives him an edge or lets him survive against these Katers, Korean zombies, kind of higher, Barbosas, who I personally think he lost to, is he can kind of mix in that striking with the wrestling and clinch up and kind of just constantly be a problem. But he's not going to out grapple Evloev. Not a chance. Not a chance. I'm going Evloev by decision, only because I just think that Ige is so fucking tough that I don't think in 3 rounds he's going to be finished. But this isn't going to be, in my opinion, a close fight, and that's why I'm kind of surprised Ige took it. I would have thought coming off the who did he lose to? He lost to Josh Emmett. Coming off that, maybe you want somebody a bit easier to bounce back against. But
That's not my boy Dan. That's not how he does
I
it.
don't know.
He is a baller. He always fights like to the other guy's level. He always finds a way to stay in these fights. Most of the fights he loses are pretty close fights. Full disclaimer, I'm not picking him. I just feel like you guys are throwing a lot of hate his way. I'm going to try and counterbalance that a little bit. Ige has got power. Ige can hurt people. Ige has got, I think, 2 knockouts in the UFC? Just the one? I can't check anything today, unfortunately. I'm limited. I can't do my homework. But Ige's an impressive fucking dude. He deserves to be in the top 5. He's never going to be a champion. He's a really fucking exciting gatekeeper. He is very much like a Barbosa, a lightweight kind of dude. That being said, obviously it's Evloev all day. Pretty sure I wrote decision. Can you just confirm that for me, boys?
You did right decision.
Yeah, I did write decision.
So what did you pick?
I picked decision. No, yeah, they don't know my decision. I
Yes.
just see this being a long team.
Well, agreed. Watch Dan Ige fucking knock the guy out in 20 seconds and make us all look like idiots now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, next fight is the Lone Wolf, Michael Truziano, against, I don't know who it is, Lucas Almeida. Do you guys know this guy?
I do not know much about
Josh,
this guy.
come
I
on.
believe he's a debutant.
Alright,
Give us everything you know about Lucas Almeida.
so Almeida does have a good record. Outstanding record. I think it's like 8-1, something like that.
12-1.
13.
13-1. Has been working the Brazilian regional scene for a long time. The only organisations I recognise are Jungle Fights, obviously one of the bigger ones, along with ECC. I don't recognise a lot of the names. Or I don't think I recognised any of the names on his record. Never seen the dude fight. But could be interesting. I've kind of circled this one as like maybe this could be a cool fucking fight. I'm a big fan of Mike Trezano. I don't think he's beaten anyone in the UFC that wasn't also an Ultimate Fighter alum. So that makes me think that our boy Lucas Almeida might have a chance. That being said, Trezano is a long, rangy, tough as all hell kickboxer. I think it's going to be tough for the new boy to even making your debut at the Apex, right? Which is like, it's not a baptism of fire. That's like a baptism of lukewarm coals. It's pretty fucking reasonable, but it's still a big step up, particularly when you haven't done a major organisation before. All of your work to date has been on the regional scene, and I think all of it within Brazil. I think it's going to be hard for Almeida to really surprise people here. I've gone Trezano. I think I went decision. Give me a little hand on that. How high?
You didn't do the decision. As have I also gone for Trezano by decision.
I think I did as well. Yeah, I did as well.
I don't know much about Lucas Almeida, but Trezano, he won like 2 fights that I've seen where he was pretty much expected to lose. And he looked really good. I just think he's one of those guys that gets underestimated. He doesn't necessarily have the look of somebody that's dangerous and dominating, but the guy shows up every time.
Sometimes with a mullet.
Will get the win. Sometimes with a mullet.
Have we gone differently on anything yet? Is it just Sly's got the one method
exactly
different?
the same.
Sly's
No,
got
no,
Volkov
but
by
decision for Volkov.
Yeah. I hate
There's a girl fight happening after that. There's Korean Silva, whose total record is just 1 fight, 1 win. That's all she's done.
No,
That's-
she's a record.
Really? So you got more record? That's okay. I was going to
Yeah,
say, the one I've got here has got no information. And she's against Poliana Botelho. Yeah, both from Brazil. What do you guys know more?
Don't know much about Korean Silva, but I know that Poliana Botelho had some slip-ups here and there, but really strong for flyweight. She certainly looks dangerous. I believe it was her that completely manhandled both Gillian Robertson and...
No, she lost to Robertson.
Do you mean
she lost to Robertson?
Hey, it's good.
handled?
I don't think it was a bad fight, but yeah, she lost to Robertson. Botelho hasn't had. I think she's on like a 1-3 run in the UFC, something like that.
Yeah, she's actually not looking so good. I got her confused with somebody else.
Yeah, Silva's got a bit of hype behind her as well. Wait, what the fuck am I?
Yeah, I'm going to
Pick
do.
different from me. Stop
I got
picking what I
Polly
picked.
No, because I need to win this pick, so I'm going to go silver by decision.
This is not how you win the pick.
I'm gonna go Botello by KO.
My guy. There it is. This is my week.
Who'd you go, Josh?
I went for victory.
Who'd you
Green
take?
silver. Decision.
Oh, this is where I win it this week. Perfect.
This is where you lose it this week.
Okay, next fight.
Me and Sly. Let's go.
This is where.
You what? Next fight is Alonso Manifield. What's up? Atomic Alonso Manifield against Askar Mozarov, which I don't know much about Askar Mozarov.
I don't know
He sounds
anything
like,
about Askar Mozarov.
He sounds like another guy, but I don't think it's the same guy.
I think this
A
might
lot
be
of those
another
people kind of sound quite similar.
replacement. I think Manifold was supposed to be fighting someone else. I can't remember who.
This did seem like.
I will pick the only guy I know, which is Manifield, and I think he'll win by KO. But guys, don't copy me. Come on, the original.
I'm going to copy you and say Alonso Manifield by KO for exactly the same reason.
You fucking pricks.
Josh, be with them.
I'm not doing the line because I'm angry at you and you don't deserve it. I have also gone with Manifold KO.
Oh, come on.
You're bad people.
There's another girls fight. I think that's the one that starts the main card.
Correct.
Is that correct? Is that Felice Herwig against Karolina Kovacevic?
Ignore the records. Ignore the losing skids. 7 years ago, this would have been a pretty cool fucking fight. I'm excited for it.
Carolina got broken when she fought Andrade.
Andrade.
I mean, literally just broken as a human being. And ever since then, she hasn't been able to win a fight. I don't think Felice Herrig's very good, but I just think the way that she's going to fight, she's not really going to keep it as a stand-up battle. She's not going to give Carolina a chance to kind of use her kickboxing. She's just going to frustrate her. And I think with the losing streak that Carolina's on, if she's on her back for like 2 or 3 minutes in the first round, I think it will just break her confidence. So I'm going to say Felice Herrig by decision. KO, actually. I'm going to change that to KO.
KO? Alright, well, I'm going to stay with Herring by decision. Josh?
Was it Herrig that made Justine Kish shit her pants? I haven't phrased that correctly, but that was just. I'm pretty sure that was Herrig. Herrig is a dangerous little grappler, you know, and I would put her up there with Penne, who obviously managed to armbar Kovacevic in her last fight. So I'm gonna go Herrig by submission. I was always a big Karolina Kovacevic fan. Obviously, she came into the UFC being the chick that had beaten Joanna in kickboxing back in Poland. And yeah, I think 7-fight losing skid. It's not good. Herrig's only got a 3-fight losing skid. Ignore the fucking records. This is going to be a fun fight if Carolina shows up. Otherwise, it's going to be a first round submission, which, you know, doesn't suck. So, Herrig by sub. Nice and easy.
This card has so many people that have just come from a loss. It's like the losers card of the UFC.
Yeah.
The next as well, Joe Solecki against Alex De Silva also just lost their fights.
Solecki's a good fighter though.
Right.
And De Silva, this is a good fight. This is a good fight. I know. But like Solecki's last fight was Flash Gordon, right? And that was a split decision. Close fucking fight. I think that's his only loss in the UFC. Maybe his only loss overall.
Before that.
Huh? Sorry,
Jim Miller before that.
Yeah, beat Jim Miller. That's a big fucking scalp. I like Joe Solecki. That boy can wrestle. He is a danger on the mat. I can't remember if I went with sub or decision though.
I will tell you. You went with Solecki by sub.
I went sub.
I went Solecki by nothing, so I'm just going to say decision to be a little bit different from you.
Here I went for Silva by KO. What did you go for, Josh?
Solecki by sub.
I went Solecki decision.
Oh, we've got a bit of like separation finally.
Finally.
Yeah, I'm going to beat you with a cushion this week, Sly. That feels good.
Cool. Damon Jackson against Daniel
This
Agueta.
is the fight that was being called off on everything but the UFC website.
Okay, so this one's called off.
Yeah, as far as we
We,
know.
Oh, and then
we
let's
don't know
move.
it's called off. Are you reading that off the UFC website, though? Because maybe they've updated it
Yeah.
since
Yeah,
I
but
checked earlier today.
they never update shit. They're the last to update stuff. I guarantee you.
Well, no. I know that Derek Minner's out of the fight. Derek Minner picked up a concussion in training. He's out of the fight.
I'm not doing a purely go if I don't know the opponents.
So, yeah, Daniel
Right,
Argueta is listed as the opponent, right?
We're moving on to the next fight. We're moving on to the next fight.
We're moving on to this fight with Zaruk Adashesh, and he will be fighting against Ode Osborne, who's fighting at home in the prelims where he belongs. I think he's always on the prelims. He's like
Not
king
where
of
he
the prelims, Ode
belongs.
Osborne.
That's so harsh.
He's fucking
Um,
amazing.
there we-
He's such a good. Any flyweight with knockout power, you should be like heralding as like the next fucking coming. He is the Messiah. He's not.
Yeah, and the thing is, he's had the losses, but he's lost to Brian Kelleher, upper weight class. He's
Mhm.
lost to Manuel Cape, which Josh has been
telling
swearing
you.
as a fucking axe murderer for
Yes,
a year and a half.
he
And he's
is.
starting to look like he's right. So, yeah, I'm saying Eddie Osborne. I think he knocks Adeshev out. Adeshev has a weirdly small record to be fighting in the UFC.
I mean, it's 4-3 on what I see here.
Yeah, he
which
was.
is
I think he was
not
like
really
2-1 in
records,
Bellator, and then he came over and he's had some good fights. He's been an exciting fighter, but he's lost. I think he even got knocked out once or twice, which at flyweight means that you're fighting some dangerous fucking people. Yeah, I'm going Ode. Did I put KO? I think I might have reached on this one and said KO. I could sit with that as well because I think Osborne's better on the ground and he could definitely get a ground and pound if not a
Just
sub.
say KO. Said KO.
I'll stick with that. Osborne by KO.
For separation, I've got Ode by strike. I think it's
Bold choice.
bold, no?
I think he's got more subs than he's got anything
Well,
else in
next
his
fight
record.
is. I think, yeah, that and KOs. The next fight has got a guy whose record is 2 losses, and that's it on this. Nicholas Stolzer, and he's fighting against Benoit Saint Denis.
Nicholas Styles has a record of 12-5.
Where yours?
Yeah.
Nicholas
And
Stolzer
just
is
in
record
life.
12-5.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely 12-5. I think he's had 3 fights in the UFC. So for them to list him as 0-2 is pretty fucking mean. Although I'm pretty sure his UFC record's 0-3. I might be wrong.
All right. Anyway, do you know anything much about Benoit Saint Denis?
Benoit Saint Denis
Not hype.
had the absolute living pus kicked out of him when he fought Zaleski dos Santos in a fight where he was looking really good until he wasn't, and then basically showed himself to be one of the toughest fucking humans. I mean, it was like Chris Moutinho level. Just you could not believe that the ref did not stop this fight. But he showed a lot of ability, and even when he was getting his ass kicked in the third round, he kind of still managed to kind of come forward and win that round. So I kind of came away thinking that this is a guy that's got given a way too tough a test for his first time out. But
Upper
kind of
weight
showed
class
something.
too. He's a light. This is a lightweight. Zaleski dos Santos is a fucking murderer at welterweight. He is a legit top 10 talent that just hasn't quite had the rub of it. Like Sandini, yeah, I'm with Matt. So much fucking hype behind this kid. And Nicholas Stolzer,
He's
love a European fighter, but hasn't been going his way. And I think he's going to be too comfortable letting this one hit the mat. And it's going to go fucking tits up immediately. Because Sandini is just going to strangle him. I did go Sandini by sub.
yeah. I'm saying. Are you saying?
I think I said.
Yeah,
I
you
can't
said
remember what
sub.
I wrote. Yeah, okay.
I'm going to go for Stolz.
I said decision.
Okay, for Stolz.
No, for.
You both gone Saint Denis?
yeah.
I'm going to go Stolz.
I'm going decision though.
3-5 cushion, I'll take
And
that.
you're going KO?
Sub.
Sub, decision?
Decision.
Yeah.
You going for the other guy?
Sweet. Next fight, Johnny Munoz, Tony Gravely. Johnny Munoz, if the
At
record...
bantamweight.
Is that bantamweight?
Yeah.
Alright, nice. These are 2 that actually have come from win. But, so
Kenny
guys...
Gravely's a beast, man. Fucking hard hitter, good wrestler. I just don't think it's going to matter because Bruno Munoz is slick.
If you're waiting for me to make my pick, someone's going to have to remind me because I was 50-50 on this one. Munoz, Gravely,
You went Gravely
like
by
both
decision.
guys. I'll stick with that. Gravely by
And I
decision.
think it could be a great yellow.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Gravely can get knocked out. He can get caught and stuff. Munoz is a dangerous guy.
Yeah.
I am saying that Munoz by submission.
Oh, same.
Nice.
Could be a good fight.
It's definitely going to be a good fight.
We got flyweight after that. Jeffrey Molina against Sargas Zumagulov.
There's an argument this is the best fight on the card.
Yeah, this is your fucking boy. Go on, tell the world about Jeff Molina.
Jeff Molina is a fucking beast, man. He's got outstanding boxing, loves to fight, loves to put it together, has fought murderers at the start of his flyweight run. Really, like just chucked in at the highest deep end they could for non-ranked guys. And every single fight, even guys that are bigger than him, longer than him, he might not win the first couple of minutes, but you can see him, he's just decoding, downloading all the info, figuring stuff out. And once he starts to pick guys apart, end of round 1, round 2, round 3, it is absolutely stunning. Their hands are so sharp. He throws those kicks in as well. He's willing to scrap. This guy is awesome. I am so pumped to see this guy fight. And the guy he's fighting, Zalga Samagulov, is also a beast. I mean, he's not had the best run of it, and he's had a couple of tough defeats.
Yeah.
Josh, you got to look this up. I'm going to look this up. He's coming off a loss.
Maybe
Zamagulov,
2 losses. I think he's got 2 losses in his last 3, maybe. But
he fought Manel Cap, and it was a fucking great fight. He beat Jerome Rivera before that. Before that he had lost to Amir Albazi. But the kind of feeling was, and he lost to Piver as well. But the kind of feeling with this guy after, when he got his first win was like, okay, he's figured it out. Now he knows what to do. And they put him against Manel Cape. He's a really starting at the point that Manel Cape was figuring stuff out himself in the UFC and starting to look really sharp. And it was just a good back and forth, and he was the one that got caught by the sharper guy. But tough fight. This is a really well-matched fight. I'm going with my boy Jeff Molina. I think he's going to get it done by decision. But, no, I'm actually saying KO, apparently. So I think he's going to finish him. But Zamagulov could easily catch him. Really dangerous guy. Will stand in the pocket and trade. This is the best fight on the card.
I've got Molina Baker. I think you're right, Matt. I think you're right.
Josh, what's your thoughts on this one?
I think I've got Molina by decision, but if I've gone KO, let me know because I'll do the line on this one.
You went decision.
I'm not doing the line. It's not happening. All right, Jeff Molina by decision. Just seems like a good choice.
You guys have any information on who Rinat Fakhretdinov is? He's the guy fighting Andreas Michailidis.
I have no information, but I saw Josh picked him. I wasn't sure, so I decided to copy Josh.
Yeah, was it Fakhretdinov? Oh shit, I fucked it up now.
I just wrote Fat Track. KO.
Yeah, Michailidis, I enjoy watching him fight. He pulls that out of the bag. He always seems a little bit better than I've ever given him credit for. But a little undersized sometimes. And frankly, I've never seen him fight, but just going off what I've heard about him, read about him in the record. Fakhretdinov, I'm fucking that name up so bad. I'm Fakhretdinov in that name up. That's all I know. Bit of a fucking monster. I think KO. But I'm really just fucking sticking a finger in the air right there. Hard to predict this one.
I'm just copying you because I don't want that to be the fight that loses me the picks this week.
Brave.
I'll give Michailidis by KO. I want this to be the fight that wins it for me this week.
Bold. Yeah, that's one fight to go.
Yeah, it's how is she still in the UFC? JJ Aldridge against Erin Blanchfield.
I can't believe they've matched Blanchfield up against Aldridge after she massacred Miranda Maverick, who I think is really good. That's a really dumb piece of matchup. And I mean, quick question: is anyone not picking Blanchfield?
No, I like Aldrich a little bit more than you guys do, but I can't pick against Blanchfield. Not right now. Not after that Miranda Maverick fight. Are you kidding me?
No, she's the shit. I'm saying decision.
I'm saying decision. Wait, did I say decision? I'll say decision.
Yeah, I've gone decision as well.
Okay.
Just rounding it out. Hey guys, we might as well carpool.
You have.
We're all going the same way.
We're all going in the same direction.
Don't act like I fucked up. It's
Listen,
been a long
we
time.
hope you enjoyed the pod. I need to win this pick show because otherwise I can't. I'm going to be in last, and even though we're not really punching me, it still sucks to finish in last place on anything. So fingers crossed, we'll find out there. But I will be finding out on Sunday afternoon on highlights because I will not be watching this card. We hope you are. If you are watching this card, enjoy yourself.
I'm watching this.
If not, have a great weekend. Josh is watching this card. We're still going to talk about it next week. Next week's going to be a fun week. We've got a weekly podcast, and then we're going to be doing pick show and preview for UFC 275 in Singapore, 2 title fights, rematch of 2020's Fight of the Year. Lots to talk about, and a little bit of randomness that I'm sure we can discuss as well. So, till then, guys, thanks for watching. And bye, Dave, bye, Laura, bye, Trifa.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Laurie. Bye, Dave.